Have you battled a compulsive gambling addiction and are finally ready to accept help? This video is going to be all about how you can get help and the steps you can take to get there. Hi, I'm Chris, and welcome back to The Last Bet. I have battled a compulsive gambling addiction since 2007. It's been an almost 20-year journey for me. So everything I share in this video is really going to be about how I got to this point, but I really want to point others to the help that you can get, just like I got for myself. And to know that it's out there. I've had a lot of people that have shared in the comments, they're battling their own addiction, which I really appreciate the comments. Keep them coming. You're battling, whether it might be roulette, whether it might be slot machines, sports betting, whatever you're involved with, the gambling has gotten you. You're beat. I've been there a couple times because it's never just once. There's so many people that will fall into the addiction and relapse just like I have. It's very common, especially with how much it's thrown at us now. I love sports. Every sports game has live odds all through the games. Compulsive gambling, it is a daily battle that we fight trying to stay away. For others that are watching that are fighting this battle, I'm with you. I'm with you in this battle. I just want to be able to share how you can get help, how you can try to get maybe a few hours, maybe get some days, some time in, and understanding, it's not about perfection. When you're looking at how do I stop this, you might see people that are like, look, I've been clean for years and years and years. I'm proud that I've reached, over 550 days gambling free, and that's a big deal. I hit at one point almost 10 years gambling free, and I relapsed. I've hit almost 3 years gambling free and relapsed. The dangers are all around us. If you're in this and you're like, I can't even get 24 hours, I know that. I know that is so hard. Once you're kind of on that hamster wheel and you're like, I don't even know how to get myself to a point of actually, stopping for a day. Just like any other addiction, if you're in the midst of trying to stop smoking, stopping nicotine, stopping drinking, this is no different. If you're in the height of a gambling addiction and all you know how to do every single day is gamble, that's the same as any other addiction, trying to get that first step to stop. I'm going to try to just tell some practical things to you today of how you get there. And, really at the start of this, I would say, as I've said multiple times, get in front of a mirror and say it to yourself. Simple, easiest step of anything that you can do is go in the bathroom, close the door, flip on the light. If you're a compulsive gambler, because I'm looking back at myself through all the years, it took me nearly the entire 20 years to actually look at myself in the mirror. I didn't like to look at myself because I hated myself. If you're in the midst of a gambling addiction, you might be the same. You likely don't like who you are. You don't like looking at the person that you are. Maybe you don't recognize who you are. But look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your own eyes and admit that you're a compulsive gambler. Just say it. Say it to yourself. If you've not said it to another person, look in the mirror and say, I'm a compulsive gambler. That is a great first step, just to say it. And you can try that every day, just to get it out there. If you can say each day, I've got a gambling problem, start building it in your head. All right, I need to do something. I need to do something about this. I have a gambling problem. You're starting to build. You're starting to combat the daily gambling that you're doing with waking up and saying, I've got a gambling problem. Look at yourself. I have a gambling problem. I am a compulsive gambler. It's not someone else saying it to you. You're saying it, but you're looking at yourself and it's this check. It will start feeding your mind. Okay, maybe I'll do something about this. If you're in the midst of a bender or you're on a binge of going nuts with gambling and you've gone several hours, you've lost a lot of money, another suggestion I have, the gambling scream. If you can't stop yourself because you're going nuts and you don't know how to stop at a certain point, scream. If you're sitting in the middle of an apartment complex and you got a bunch of neighbors, maybe it's not the easiest thing to do. Maybe you need to go outside and find somewhere, get in your car and do it. Scream as loud as you can. It helped me. Sometimes you're in the midst of the insanity and you're gambling so much money away and you can't stop yourself from gambling over and over and over, if you can get out the loudest scream possible, it sometimes shakes you into sanity again of, what am I doing here? It's like this awakening of, yeah, maybe I better take a pause here. Especially if you're doing a bunch of online gambling on your phone. Even if you're at the casino, if you're in the casino and you're spending 24 plus hours in that casino, get in your car and scream. It worked for me. Next, it would be very helpful to tell your story to a trusted person. If you can talk to a spouse, if you can talk to a trusted friend, maybe it's a friend that you're not as close with, but it's someone that you can pull aside, grab a cup of coffee, and just tell your story to get it off your chest. A cover-to-cover story. Someone that you can share that with. Maybe a pastor. Just think of someone that you can share that story with. Think of who you could tell that to. Maybe someone that shared stuff about themselves with you, that maybe they've dealt with stuff that you're like, yeah, this is a person I could share this with. I can't tell you how good you will feel to tell your entire story with somebody else. Just to have it out there, because it'll be a lot of emotions, but it'll be a lot of realization too of exactly what is going on. Because as a compulsive gambler, you've lived a lot of lies, you've lived a lot of deceit, you've had a lot going on the inside that you've not divulged to anyone. And to have that out there is kind of a first step of, okay, I'm finally going to expose and just share this. That's a step really in the whole healing process of it. Share it with someone else. Next, finding a meeting. Finding a meeting that will help you with your gambling addiction. Every state has meetings that will help with your gambling addiction. Every night of the week they'll have something. In-person meetings are great. Online meetings they have as well. But you will find you're not alone. You attend one of those meetings, you'll find you're not alone. Every single person at those meetings has been through the same situation that you have in one form or another. They may not gamble on the same type of thing that you gambled on. Some may not have gambled the same type of amounts, but it doesn't matter. All of these people have the same understanding of what you're going through. They understand the addiction, they understand the lies, they understand the challenges, they understand everything that you're going through because they've lived it. They are living it. These are people that are addicts just like you, and you can tell your story to them as well. And it helps because you know you're not alone, because you feel very alone and isolated as a compulsive gambler. They encourage you, and you can start working towards getting 30 days in, which is really big. The meetings really, really help. Next, I would really encourage you to just take some walks. Work on exercise in general, but walks, going to the gym, that type of thing can help. I mean, what we're battling, with the gambling, it's a big dopamine rush. I mean, you're just feeding constantly, but trying to feed that in other forms, working out, that energy and that rush that you're getting, you got to do it through some other form, through, getting energy out in some other way, running, walking, sports, gym, going to the gym, but you have to do it to get that, to get that rush out in some other way. Talking, once you kind of go through some of those steps, those initial steps in the process, they start building on each other. It's a big deal. The other piece I would suggest is write it out. Kind of writing out what's going on, kind of what you've been through. Ask yourself questions maybe. Talk about your feelings. If you want to take it a step further, I worked with a therapist as well. I think that piece was incredibly helpful, knowing that, look, there's a severe mental piece going on. Because that feeds in, this gambling addiction feeds into your entire life. If you really want to get better, it's not just, the very first step for you of getting better is stopping the addiction, but there's a mental side to it as well. If you want to stop your gambling addiction and get better in life, right, you want to be at your best for the people that you love. You want to be at your best for you. You want to be at the best for your friends. You want to be at your best for your career. You want to be mentally healthy, physically healthy, spiritually healthy. So many things ride on you actually trying to hit that stop button on that compulsive gambling addiction, because it's killing your mental health, driving a lot of depression, and it may or may not be crushing your family ambitions, your life ambitions, your career ambitions. There's so much that could be in your future that you can be doing and accomplishing, because for me, I think compulsive addicts have the ability to absolutely do amazing things. I really do. I don't think there's any studies out there, but I just believe that if you have the ability to somehow carry on with life and continue a career while gambling that much, if you can put that extra energy into your life and your career, I think that you have the ability to do amazing things. Take care of the mental health. I think if that's right, a lot of other things will go right. The other piece, for the help, is limit the money, right? If you have a spouse, you have boyfriend or girlfriend, you have someone that can help you with the financial piece is big. Trying to have, only the cash that you need, not having access to credit cards. Maybe have LifeLock on you so you can't open new accounts, can't open new loans, can't open more debt. That's important. I think along the help lines is stopping the damage. I mean, this is a lot that I'm giving out, but, there's a lot that can be done to be able to help your addiction. But I'm just going to recap the early things that I think just as first steps is look yourself in the mirror, admit on a daily basis that you have a gambling problem. 2 is talk to somebody else. See if you can grab someone else and tell your story. 3 is get to a meeting. That's important. In person or a virtual meeting. In-person meeting is great. Writing it out, write out your story. Try to get healthy again, go on walks, carry only the cash that you need. Taking it a day at a time. And the scream. Don't forget about the scream. I think those early things can drive you back to a life that you may not know right now exists. That's all I got for today. Thanks for listening. Like or subscribe if you like what you're hearing. Thanks.